we head to America for the US Grand Prix. For the next 4 weekends, we're in America. So some big championship vacations for the next 4 rounds. But we head after a Singapore Grand Prix, which was pretty interesting. Go check if you haven't seen it. Championship rivals battling out, and it was Max Verstappen who came out on top. He won his 4th win of the year. Now 22 points back in the championship ladder race. Finished P3, 22 points back over us. He finished second because we finished second. Aston Martin disaster class, double DNF for them. And Hamilton was just averaging 4th. He had Ricciardo score points for RB, along with Magnussen in the Haas. And Hulkenberg got screwed over by the game yet again. Not only that, we now have a 49-point lead in cross championships, so things looking good in both championships. But America, we have quite a big gap. I think it's 3 weeks now until the US Grand Prix. So quite a few things we can go through. Messages, nothing specialist, manufacturing expert. You are back. Complete 2 sessions, not damage your car. Well, if Hamilton has anything to do with that, won't be possible. Drive 95 miles, then we'll do like sprint weekend, so that should be easily. Wind tunnel engineer overtakes my car on track in the race. Achieve an average of 100 miles. 100 miles an hour doing race, help be doable. Drive application planner, complete 7 laps without any penalties already. Yeah, we'll go with that one, the 7 laps one. And then quality test, assurance tester. We will go with the 55 seconds. No, complete lap using, in the practice, complete lap using 2. That one will be easy. We'll do the 2 tires one. Upgrades. Obviously, we do have any rule changes coming, which is pretty big. Upgrades, we will chuck on the major weight reduction, which will be on the car for Mexico. That will probably be the last upgrade we do, if I'm honest, because then we now need to start to get to work on adapting. That'll be the main focus going forward, is adapting parts. That should be pretty doable, though. So, 2 upgrades each on the way, all of which are major, so some big upgrades on the way. So let's just advance time, nothing else. Yeah, just all that. So, Hamilton's first upgrade, success. Weekly resources.
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
Oh, Hamilton's already adapting wall. Go on, Hamilton. Let's help. I'll help him as well. We'll get that one going. And that's all I can do. I can chuck on a control electronics though. Do that. More weekly resources on the 7th. What about now? Aston Martin up to 3rd, by the way. I know there's still a long way to go. Aston Martin up to 3rd. Ferrari are the 5th worst team. Look at Aston Martin go. They're really piping on the upgrades. Haas have lots of upgrades, as of Sauber and Williams, but there's still a long way to go until we get to redesign brake ducts. That was my upgrade. I'll also go one more day. MGH reliability testing. And then Rebel Ferrari. Look at Kick Sauber go. Alpine brought a massive upgrade as well. Can I get some DRS? Actually, correction, this is the last upgrade I'm doing. I want to get a DRS upgrade. First time. More weekly resources.
Okay,
and the road
all
speed.
New parts have been fabricated, and we're going to have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Did you not adapt that one? Did you not adapt that? Well, he adapted it. Why would I adapt this one? The Minor Engine Power one. As well. So Hamilton, we already have 43 resource points, so we need to stack on the resource points. There we go, we're now ready for the US Grand Prix. Bunch of upgrades. Look at the performance charts now. Absolute complete mix of the Pecky order. Big gaps though. We actually have quite a big gap now in the Pecky order. But let's head to Texas. You know, I don't know why it's called the Texas Grand Prix, it's the US Grand Prix. Let's see the upgrades. So it's going to be a wet practice then. You can preview developments and all that. I don't know, weather forecast. The rest of the weekend is dry, just practice is wet. So that's the last thing I wanted to see. In terms of upgrades though, look at those upgrades. Look at the chart. We've brought massive upgrades. It does have McLaren, Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston Martin upgrades. Williams though have brought a similar package to us. They've got a bunch of teams. Kick Sauber. Also, Alpine also brought a big upgrade package, just as RB and Haas. Like Red Bull and RB have been the least out of all the teams, but we have a 3-week gap. That's the possibilities of happening. The big upgrades brought for this weekend. I'll see you for the results of Spring Quali. So Spring Quali is over there. Verstappen is on pole for the sprint with ourselves in second. Charles Leclerc down for Ferrari. Dan Norris down in P4, 3 tenths off the end with Hamilton P5. Piastri, Alonso, Sargent, Stroll, and Albon clear top 10. You have Perez outside the top 10 for the first time in a while. Gasly, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Sargent 15th, great race. Spring Quali with Bottas, Noda, Ocon, Magnussen, and Joe at the back of the field. 1.5 seconds cover the field. Sargent having a good time in this race. Let's go to the sprint. Right then, here we are on the grid for the sprint. Pretty straightforward, medium task, 1 stop. Or just, 15 or 60 minute sprint. And no surprise, everyone was on the medium. So let's go to the start. We are then for the start of the sprint here in COTA for the US Grand Prix, the 4th sprint of the year. It's light size and away we go. The solid start compared to Verstappen. Goes to the outside. Verstappen's going to hold on into turn 1 though. Side by side, that's Norris. He's had a good start. He's up to P3 already. Hamilton's going backwards, but we maintain P2 off the start. Pretty even start up front. Rapidly to ourselves. Norris though has gained a couple of spot or two, which is, I guess, good for him. So once again, all 3 title contenders in the top 3 on the start. Verstappen has won 2 of the sprints so far this year. He was 2 for 2 actually for sprints. I can't remember who won the Austria sprint. Was it Norris? Might have been Norris. I can't quite remember, but or was it Verstappen? Anyway, Verstappen's looking for at least his 3rd win, if not his 4th. So, moral of the story: Verstappen is the king of sprints this season. So, we'll see if he continues that today. But at the moment, Verstappen leads at the moment in the Red Bull. On the first lap of 10, so we stay within his DRS, will be fine. But end of lap 1, Verstappen will lead us across the line, ourselves in 2nd, and Norris in 3rd.
We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Now let's see what we can do with these next 9 laps and see if we can get our first sprint win of the year. We have the DRS of Verstappen. I have just checked this. We won the sprint in Austria, so we're looking for our 2nd sprint win of the year. So actually, we're also kind of, well, we're not the king. I guess we're the prince of sprints. We went to deal with the joint king, so we've actually done it well. We did well in the Austria sprint. I think the other 2 we did have good times, but so yeah, we're looking to match Verstappen in terms of sprint wins. So far, Verstappen's pretty comfortable. We're quicker at the first half of the lap, he's quicker at the second half. So right now, he seems to have it under control right now, but still a long way to go.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
I'm glad you're telling me the weather forecast for post-race, or post-sprint. Appreciate it. Just a pointless with 310, like that's just not going to hit before. I mean, it might, but it's unlikely. But right now, DRS, are we close enough? No, we're not. Meanwhile, on the Aston Martin, I believe it's Stroll, has really got to behind him as the Ferrari goes by for, I believe that's P7 or P8. Yes, this is for P7 between Stroll and Sainz will say thank you very much. Easy move on the outside. After P7, meanwhile, Alonso just chilling. Ricciardo had a good start. Meanwhile, Sargent, after his great sprint qualifying, threw all the way off start. He's down in 19th. No, it is lost as well. Joe had a good start then, from 20th to 17th.
Okay, clear.
Oh, when we got a yellow. Who's gone? Oh, but everyone's... Yep, there's no surprise. Who's gone? It's Carlos Sainz. To the surprise of absolutely no one. I think we all could have guessed that was going to be Carlos Sainz. The Spanish bad luck continues. Carlos Sainz's sprint is already done. Another retirement for Carlos Sainz. Well, right now we're currently defending. We've got Norris behind, we've got Verstappen in front. We're closing quite a lot. Verstappen locks up though, but he's going to maintain the lead. Meanwhile, Piastri's cleared Leclerc for P4. Pretty straightforward stuff for him. But yeah, it's getting pretty feisty now between the top 3. Got the run of Verstappen here again. It's turn 1. Thought better of it though. It's turn 1, well there he goes. And Verstappen's bowled it. Not for the first time this season, Max Verstappen's had a cheeky little spin. We threw him off, we showed him the dummy, and he got flustered by it. And right he goes. Did the same thing back in China. He's absolutely spun. Here comes the Aston Martin of Alonso. Could be a safety car, you know. Are they going to get a safety car, or do you get safety cars in sprints? I think you do. Well, Sainz is gone now, so that's not going to happen. But Verstappen now at the back of the field. We're going to come under massive pressure now, though, from Lando Norris. We now take the lead. Here comes Norris. Doopy-doopy-doo. Oh, I missed the apex. Oh, what a shame. Hamilton is behind Leclerc still. Alright, let's focus now. Focus. Here comes Norris. He's going to have a run on turn 1 here. To the outside goes Lando Norris. Oh, wheel-to-wheel contact between the two top contenders. And Norris takes the lead. Lando Norris said to the lead of the sprint. What can we do? Do we have a response? We're going to have DRS, so we should have a response. Not losing to you, Lando. It's Gasly. I think it's Gasly. No, it's Albert. It's up into 8th. Ricciardo was actually 8th because of all the issues. Red Bull on course for no points. There's me saying Red Bull are catching a McLaren.
Okay, clear.
Oh, but we've lost someone else. Oh, what is Albon? Forget what I said about Albon scoring a point. Albon is now gone. Goodbye, Albon. And Albon had just got up into P8. And you know what he wanted? He wanted to, show some love and care to his team, to his next year's teammate Carlos Sainz. Just wanted to give him a shoulder to cry on because of the horrible year he's having in that Ferrari. You gotta respect him, man. Wholesome 25 teammate there from Albon. We're not gonna have to roll on Norris this time round. We've got 3 laps to decide if we can get Norris or not. With that lockup, we won't. Can't lie, this car's been an absolute diva this weekend, so not that confident if I'm honest. So we could get rain in these maybe in the last lap or 2, so that could also be interesting. Rain wasn't scheduled, so it's unexpected rain. This unexpected rain. Perez now is up to 9th, so he might get Gasly. So maybe Red Bull will get a point, but it's been a horrible Saturday for Red Bull. A horrible Saturday morning, I should say. A maximum of 1 point would not be good for them. Right now, Norris seems to have the pace. Saying that, we are closing. Not close enough. Almost drilled into him. That would have been bad. Well, I mean, he wouldn't have closed it on the championship, so maybe that wouldn't have been the worst case in the world. But we're not that driver. We're not Lando Norris. It was a horrible exit for Norris. He really got a bad exit, but here we go. With the DRS to the inside on the penultimate lap with the sprint. Pretty straightforward. We're up into the lead. Just over a lap to go.
Good job.
It was a good move. Into the lead. Let's go.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Final lap, and look what's just arrived. Rain has just hit the track. So we've got some rain to deal with, and Norris absolutely sent it on the inside. That was a dive bomb and a half. But we maintain the lead. I meant to go on the replay system, but I clicked flashback and accidentally clicked the flashback button, so we're not going to get a replay of that. But rain on the final lap could be interesting. Will it be wet enough to make a difference? Is the question. Start to feel it a little bit. I can feel the rain a little bit. It's definitely there. Big wheel spin, big wheel spin. Drain the battery. Oh, we've got slightly deep though. Traction, where's the traction when you need traction? Norris will not get it though. But he should be pretty comfortable now. Nowhere really for Norris to overtake. Let's just keep her on a straight line. Keep her on the track and we'll get the win. For the final couple of corners. Perez has got Gasly. So Red Bull will score a point. It was a miserable sprint for them. Tyres are pretty much cooked. The checker flag is out. We're going to win the sprint here in USA. We win the sprint then here in COTA, just ahead of Lando Norris at the end of P2. We extend our lead and charge by a point. Great job for us. Our second sprint win of the year. Good result for us. Lando Norris P2, great result for him. 4th to 2nd. Oscar Piastri result was a good sprint from 6th to 3rd. Charles Leclerc P4, so result. Lewis Hamilton 5th to 5th. White day for him. Fernando Alonso 6 and Lance Stroll 7th, Aston Martin 67th, where they are. And Sergio Perez does get a point for Red Bull. This point's for them. Gasly 9th comes off him, and Ricciardo 10th, getting top 10s. You have Bottas comes off as well with Ocon, Hulkenberg, Joe, Magnussen, Sargent 16th. It's Tsunoda and Verstappen, the big one. Max Verstappen 18th after a spin. Ends up with 18th with Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz out of the sprint. Well, that's that then. Let's go to qualifying. But I wish I was looking at qualifying. Here we are then for qualifying for our one and only lap here in COTA. Get ready to go. Make it a good one. It's all extremely flat. Purple first. I don't know why, but Sauber has sent Joe out for absolutely no reason. He's not made the flag. He was never making the flag, so I had to send him out. Absolute joke of a team, man. Just getting in everyone's way.
We've dropped to P20.
So I'm aware of that. We haven't set a time yet, that's why. Car go, man, you joke of a car! That's P5. Hamilton's on pole by a quarter of Verstappen P2. Norris in P3, Piastri 4th. We end up in 5th because this car is an absolute joke. This game is just being a piece of shit today. I'm getting extremely pissed off with this game. Everything it's doing is just going wrong. Leclerc, Alonso, Tsunoda, Gasly, Sainz to top 10. Ocon, Stroll, Perez, Albon, Ricciardo, back to Joe, Hulkenberg, Bottas, and Sargent. Let's go to this race. I just want this day over with, man.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Jones, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Gasly, Sainz, Ocon, Stroll, Perez, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Joe, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Sargent, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So we are then on the grid, pretty straightforward. One stop, mediums to hards. Fuel's quite a lot of fuel actually in the car. But it's a very fuel heavy race. 45 minutes. Let's see what everyone else is doing. I think we want to deal with what our answer is. Yep, mediums for everyone. Classic game. Albon at the back with penalties. Let's go to the start. So here we are, they're back on the grid for the start. Ready to get into our good position. What can we do? .3, that'll do. Come on, Albon. Chop chop, Alex. We haven't got all day. Come on, Albon. Hurry up, Albon. You're taking a long time. Where's the Sergeant? Anyway, we're on the grid. Speaking of Sergeant, it is a race. The lights are on then for the US Grand Prix, United States Grand Prix, whatever you want to call it. Not the Texas Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. And it's a bad start for Hamilton. It's a good start for the inside of the track. Claire's got to go for it on the inside. That's Gasly trying to fight us. Not who I was expecting to be fighting, was Gasly. Hamilton maintains the lead. We drop down to P6. Leclerc with a great start, already up to 4th. He's gained 2 places. Norris has lost 2. Classic. But Piastri great for the inside line. Good starts, by the way. I'm just saying, the inside line. Well, Sainz didn't, but most of them did. Yeah, down to P6. Not what we were expecting. But at least Norris has had a bad start as well. Which is good. Yeah, that's right. Singapore last weekend was Norris's first podium since Belgium, which was kind of mad to think about. But Leclerc needs to close up a little bit, Leclerc, on Piastri. He should do so. But coming towards the end of that one, Hamilton leads. We could do with Hamilton doing us a favour this weekend. Him winning this race is not the end, is fine for us. It's not Verstappen, it's not Norris, so Hamilton winning is fine. End of that one, P6. Let's settle down and see what we can do. Try and get back into this race is the main thing. We set a fastest lap somehow. I don't know how we managed that with a train, but we've already got Gasly out of DRS. Top 6 already running away with it. But Hamilton maintains the lead. Still. Is Norris going to have the run on Leclerc? Verstappen on Hamilton? No. No. The answer to both those was no. Perez has got past Ocon further down the field, but for the most part, no one's really be able to do much right now. Right now, end of lap 4, we're just in a DRS train. That's about all that's happening. Need to be careful with these lockouts. Lock over it too much for my liking, but where are we scheduled to pit? Lap 13. Oh, that's fine. I can lock off. We'll lock off on them all I want, but
Okay, mate. Norris just ahead. Push for the position. Right, here we go.
yeah, here we go again.
Pass quickly and put them on the back foot.
These BS targets where we're stuck in a DRS train. Make it make sense, please, Mark. I don't know how Tsunoda's not got Gasly either, by the way. Like, Gasly's got no DRS, Tsunoda can't do anything. Like, there is just DRS trains. This race, I think, is proving the problem with the AI and DRS trains on this game. And Tsunoda's no, like, Tsunoda should easily clear it, he won't. Of course, I say that now this is the one lap he goes for it, but about time he tried it. There goes Tsunoda and Gasly. Tsunoda's cleared him. Tsunoda should have cleared him here. Hasn't. Gasly's going to try and go on the outside. Sainz is hating life right now. He's been stuck behind these two. As is Alonso, who's actually started ahead of Alonso, had a bad start. These are still going at it. And they're going to keep going at it. There's. Gasly maintains P7. But they lost a second in the process. So the best Sainz Alonso we're going to get is 7th. Unless one of us 6 blows up, but on just pace alone is 7th is their best, so not a great day for them. But I guess right now it is the top 6 of the championship are the top 6. And we've got yellow flags, so the Sauber is blowing up.
Green flag.
I think that's Joe. It is. Joe is out of the race. And here is Joe Guan Yu. First coming out of turn 1 into turn 2, and his car said, no thank you. I'm done for today. And that's going to be Joe Guan Yu's first DNF of the year. Obviously, he did retire in the sprint in Austria, if you do remember. We're in a race. That's his first DNF. Game over for Joe Guan Yu. This time, Tsunoda's got Gasly, and he's up into 7th. Can he pull away from Gasly, or will Gasly get by in the next lap? Time will tell.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake.
Yeah, I get it. With Joe's DNF, he's now the 17th driver to have a DNF this year. Just 3 drivers have seen the checker flag every race. Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, and Nico Hulkenberg. Which is interesting. So, Perez, Ocon, Hulkenberg. Obviously, Stroll did get the glitch DNF, but hey, game's a game at the end of the day. So, yeah, 3 drivers. Pretty impressive. And still 5 races to go. Well, there's still time in this one as well, so interesting to know. Interesting little stat there for this season. Obviously, the Tsunoda Gasly thing is pretty big, for obviously the battle for P6 between Alpine and RB, so Tsunoda is quicker than Gasly, is pulling away. Meanwhile, finally, some action up front. Verstappen and Hamilton are finally going at it. Hamilton maintains the lead. Only taken until lap 7, but there's finally some action up front. Verstappen with the run on Hamilton. Hamilton just left the inside. Verstappen had a went for it. Sent it. It did Verstappen. Didn't quite get it slowed down though. Hamilton will just hold on. Yeah, so notice. Pulling away from Gasly. This is actually worse for Sainz now because now he's just stuck even more.
Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
Oh, and Sainz has gone round. Can this weekend get any worse for Carlos Sainz? He's now just put his foot down. Frustration. That is frustration right there. And Alonso and Perez are caught up. And oh, there's a crash. Hulkenberg and Sargent have slammed into them. Bang and bang. Just ruin your races. Of course Hulkenberg's involved. Why wouldn't he? Yeah, Sainz has caused carnage here. Where's Sainz? Yeah, he's just frustrated. That's just frustration right there. These two did well. But then obviously these two did not. Not good for Sainz.
Okay, just follow the safety car. Don't worry
We
about
do
the
have the
safety
safety car.
Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time.
Everyone's
Make sure to
pitting.
keep it positive.
It's really a held. But everyone's pitting. Basically everyone's going straight to hards.
Lewis is in the pits now.
Yeah, we've held up Verstappen a little bit. That's not bad.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go.
2 second stop, you know.
Job from you and the crew there,
And
mate.
we've jumped Norris. Wasn't a slow stop for Norris, just got held. We've jumped Norris up to P5.
Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Piastri though, because we held up Verstappen, Piastri now jumps Verstappen. I think this is the first safety car since China, I want to say, so it's been a while since we've seen the safety car. Right, so Hulkenberg slammed into Perez, and you know whose fault it was? Do you know who got the 10-second penalty? Perez. Yeah, it was Perez's fault, clearly. I mean, he only lost out to Hulkenberg in the pits, the process, so he didn't really... I think he served it. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he has served it, but... So, yeah, I don't know what Perez did wrong there, but the game obviously thinks he brake-checked him. Just sums up this game today, if I'm honest. Also, Tsunoda did all that hard work to get past Gasly just for his team to screw him over in the pits. Now behind him again. For all that work to do again. Oh, interesting. What could Piastri do about Hamilton? He did hold up Verstappen a little bit. That was the difference maker. So could Piastri get his first win of the year? Or could Hamilton get win number 2? So, safety car is in then. When will Hamilton go? When's he gonna go? Piastri's leaving a massive gap. Piastri, wakey. We're greeting now. Why is he leaving such a big gap? What is he doing? Don't know why Leclerc drove off either. Piastri just had a horrible restart. Back to racing.
My concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Look at the read map. Piastri's just didn't bother. Like Piastri doesn't even want to win this race. What was that all about? Anyway, we're back to green. Hamilton with a good restart because Piastri didn't even bother. Now you want me to take Leclerc. The thing is though, Leclerc is dropping out of DRS, so that might actually be doable. I will say this though, because of Piastri's restart, the field has spread out a lot, especially at the front. So maybe there's a chance that could happen now. I think he just got it this lap though, but there's a high chance of doing it. Lap 16, so we've got a few laps. That might be doable, that one. But right now it's not. Meanwhile, Gasly's already out DRS. What will Tsunoda do this time? I've actually lost DRS to Leclerc, which is just great. I'm just glad we're ahead of Norris. That's the only positive about this god-awful day, is we're ahead of Norris. And as long as we beat Norris, it's fine, but... we've lost DRS. Honestly, it's just a lack of focus. So... luckily, we were so strong in the first sector, we have just got it back. Actually, I was strong Norris in the process, but we have got DRS back at least. But yeah, it's just one of those races, one of those days where I just can't be arsed with how shit everything's going. I want it to be over. That's the respect you've given Hamilton, the Mercedes driver. Lack of respect from Mark now. Lack of respect. Show respect to the goats, man. And there goes Tsunoda and Gasly. Well, attempting to anyway. And succeeding. Fastest lap, 34.8. Don't think there was a single purple sector, just 3 good sectors.
Okay, mate, we didn't get what we needed there, I'm afraid. But head down, chin up, and let's focus on the rest of the race.
Well, when you give you objectives where you can't do anything about, then what do you want me to do about it? When we're stuck in a DRS train, there's nothing I can do. Give me some... Do you see this? Pointlessly easily or impossible. At the end of the day, they're pointless. Just pointless. Right, 10 laps to go. I'll be honest, this has been an absolute bore fest of a race. It's just a DRS train. We're just stuck out in a P5. In a DRS train. Like, that's all there is to say to it. Like, just, yeah. It's one of those races where it's happened, and that's about it. You know? We're probably going to, unless something happens, we're probably going to finish P5. Well, I'll tell you now, we'll either be P4, P5, or DNF. That's where we'll finish. Just which one of the 3. Right now, it's probably going to be P5, I had to guess. Gasly's got back ahead of Tsunoda. Tsunoda's just... Well, has he? No, they're still going at it. Gasly, Tsunoda. The thing is, Gasly and Tsunoda is stopping the likes of Alonso, Sainz doing anything. So Alonso's stuck in 13th. He can't clear him. You've got Sainz 14th catching, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Perez is 16th. They're not going to do anything. So, good news for Stroll and Magnussen. Because the car just doesn't want to cooperate. Again. What are you on about? Verstappen has the lead. He's P3. Verstappen has... Where have you got that from? Verstappen has the lead. What are you waffling on about? Jesus, man. Yeah, also, Leclerc has lost DRS though, so maybe there's a chance. Not this time by though. Oh, we got a yellow, that's in front, that's Piastri's gone for a spin.
Green flag.
Myself and Leclerc made it through. Back here, I know it. And Oscar Piastri is throwing it away into turn 1, Randy goes. Verstappen's just stuck there, myself and Leclerc get through. Norris just avoids his teammate, only just avoided his teammate, that could have been bad. Was on board with Norris. Well, you need to let him move. Look at these lot. Piling into turn 1. Well, Norris and Verstappen get through. Piastri's going to be stuck there. And his points are gone. And then once again, no points for McLaren. For one car. So to be considering how boring this race has been, I'm telling you, it's been one of the worst races I've done. It's been a lot of chaos. It's the most chaotic, but yet the most boring. Which is saying something. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Someone went off. It was Daniel Ricciardo. Mistake from Ricciardo. Half spin from Ricciardo. So many drivers making mistakes. Just a half spin. We'll just get going. Albert will say thank you very much. That could be the difference maker for what might be what Alonso and Sainz needed in these last few laps. Try to score points. 3 to go. Hamilton still leads. Leclerc second. Us in third. So I don't know how we've ended up in third. How we've managed to scumbag a P3, I'll never know. Norris is catching, but he's not quite a catch tree. Yeah, we've been lucky. We'll take the luck. But we're going to extend the championship lead, which will be over a race distance with 5 to go. Things looking good for us right now. Right, penultimate lap. Hamilton leads. Leclerc second with third. Alonso has got Albon for 10th, so Alonso will get a point. Well, unless Albon gets by, it's possible. Piastri's still only in 18th. He hasn't caught Sargent yet. But Alpine, RB, and Haas on course for some good points.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
There we are then, final lap here in COTA. I'm just glad this race is about to be over. Well, that rhymed, which is pretty good. It's just been an awful race, really. It has been a terrible race. Nothing's happened whatsoever. Both out there here for the final time.
Okay, gap ahead, 2.5 seconds.
It doesn't matter, it's the final lap, mate. Relax. How about you just do one, yeah? Could be Hamilton's second win of the year. Obviously, he did win back in Canada. The deserved win. He's led all day long. Hamilton's led from start to finish, led every lap. Big well-earned win. Alonso will hold on to P10. We are going to extend our championship lead, which is good. It's our first third place in a long time. I want to say this is like the 6th or 7th race. It's been a long time since we finished third. But yeah, we're just bringing it home. No need to push. Piastri might get Sargent for 17, which he will do. But it's going to be Lewis Hamilton, who wins the United States Grand Prix. Who else would win here at COTA? Charles Leclerc will finish in P2. We will come through the final corner to take a pretty good third place to extend our championship lead.
Yes, nice work, mate. You did a really good job today. Pretty sure the boss is going to be happy with that one.
And Lewis Hamilton takes the checkered flag and once again wins.
Yes, it absolutely was, and what an incredible victory and an important milestone for them as we head into the business end of the season. You know that that's really going to matter from a confidence perspective to get them to the end of the season with potentially even more of these victories.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Lewis Hamilton wins the United States Grand Prix, started on pole, finished first, dominated the race, second win of the year for him, a great job. Him took the win away from Verstappen and Norwich, it's good. Great day for him, second win, great result for him as well, great for Mercedes as well. Charles Leclerc, great race, 6th to 2nd, a fantastic result for him, another podium for him, a second place after that. We take third place, and 5th to 3rd, we'll definitely take that, fast lap as well, extend our championship lead even more. Not much we want, nobody bad things to say here. Lando SP4, solid result, 3rd, 4th, a bad start, and then got by Piastri spin in the end. Max definitely 5th, disappointing for him, but the bad's got held up in the piss by us and held up on Piastri spin. Piastri spin, 5th place is the best he can do. Just one of those days where nothing went Verstappen's way. Yuki Tsunoda, fantastic race from 8th to 6th. Fantastic result for him, that's big for RB in the championship. Pierre Gasly 7th, good result for him in 9th, we lost out at the end to Tsunoda. Does damage limitation for RB compared to RB, but still great race nevertheless. Last Stroll 8th, good result for him, 12th to 5th, 12th to 8th. Let me say that. Kevin Magnussen, fantastic race from 15th to 9th, 2 points for him, that's big for the championship for 9th. Big fast, they are going to jump Sarvas, a big day for him and for Haas. So Haas is home race as well. Ropes of him could be Magnussen's final points in F1. And Fernando Alonso rescues a 10th place finish, gets a point after getting a bad start, then got caught up in side spin, recovers to 10th, at least gets a point out of this race. Alex Albon just was on the end 11th, from 20th to 11th. Good drive for no points. That's Carlos Sainz 12th, weekend to forget him to spin and then never recovered to 12th. Daniel Ricciardo had that half spin at the end, cost him at least a point. He ends up at 13th. Sergio Perez 14th, race to get for him as well. Caught up by side to spin. 14th in the end. Esteban Ocon caught up in the safety car, is up 15th. Hulkenberg, who had damage, ended up 16th. Piastri, after his spin later on, 17th. Race to get for him and for McLaren, no bad race for McLaren car. Logan Sargent 18th, let's have a race again. Just like Hulkenberg, damage from Sainz's spin, he ends up at 18th. Valtteri Bottas, his issues all day with this car, ended up 19th. And last with Zhou Guanyu, the only retired of the race in the Kick Sauber, his first DNF of the year. But in terms of the weekend, Lewis Hamilton, 29 points from this weekend. Solid run, all the points for him. We ended up with 24 points, so massive for us for Mercedes 1-2. Charles Leclerc on 23 points, a great weekend for him as well. Lando Norris still got 19 points out of it. Wasn't a bad weekend, just just a little bit slightly unlucky when needed to be. He loses 5 points to us. Max Verstappen ended up with 10 points for him, 14 points off us at the end. Yuki Tsunoda gets 8 as well. Oscar Piastri, Lance Stroll, and Pierre Gasly all getting 6. Fernando Alonso gets 4. Kevin Magnussen 2 and Sergio Perez 1. And Alex Albon, Carlos Sainz, the big one, Along with Ricardo, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Bottas, and Joe yet to score, or did not score this weekend. So in terms of the championship, we now lead the championship by 27 points over Lando Norris. We now have a race win over Norris, 5, which is massive at the end. So we can afford to retire Mexico still lead. Thank you. So Lando Norris second, 27 points back. You know, he's going to have to be as Mexico. Max Verstappen, 37 back now. Bad weekend for him. Lewis Hamilton, he's comfortably P4 now with his win. 28 points now ahead of Charles Leclerc, who's 5th, with Oscar Piastri now 6th. Fernando Alonso moves up to 7th. Did he stay 7th? No. Fernando Alonso stays 7th with his 1 point. Perez did jump him in the sprint, but Alonso jumped him back again. Did he actually? No. Alonso must have jumped him in the sprint then. Anyway, Alonso's now 7th with Perez at 8th. Sainz is 9th with Stroll 10th. Gasly now 11th. Tsunoda now up to 12th in the championship with those points. Head of Albon lost 13th with Ricardo's 14th. Magnussen with those 2 points is 15th with Ocon, Bottas, Joe with points, and Hulkenberg and Sargent yet to score. In terms of championship, Mercedes we're now 87 points ahead of McLaren. Almost 2 races ahead of McLaren. We're looking very good now for both championships. 87 points to 1. McLaren, no bad day for them. 4th, 87 points back. Red Bull, bad day for them. They're 3rd. Ferrari, 4th. Aston Martin, 5th. That's probably how it's going to finish, to be honest, in that order. RB now 6th in the championship. They jump Alpine in the championship. My God, I definitely forgot they actually 2 points back. I thought it was 4th though, too. They jump Alpine in the championship up to 6th. Alpine now 7th. Level points. That's the big battle. Williams, missed opportunity for them at 8th. Haas, big day for them. Those 2 points. They now move up to 9th in the championship. Above Kick Sauber up to 10th. They dropped despite 10 points, Sauber, they're still last. Everyone is double digits at least. But we're points. So that's that then. Let's go to the menu. We have an achievement. We have a rivalry with Lance Stroll. 3 rivalries. I guess we're rating wise, we're now only 1 behind Lance Stroll. We'll take the bonus. But a rivalry with Lance Stroll. Sure. Experience moves up, racecraft up, awareness up. Pace up into 79. Focus moves up as well. Sony 17. Focus status broken. 1177 though. Double tapes upgrade stays at 43.57. Manufacturer expert moves up to level 2. Wind tunnel engineer moves up to level 2. Material fabrication further up to level 2. Quantity true set to level 2 as well. A Lance Stroll rivalry. Just as bad as just as bad as Sargent. I should say actually about Stroll. He is actually probably been the best Aston Martin driver this year, if to be really honest. Well, he hasn't, but you never know. But new rival with Lance Stroll, yeah. Keep it up with Lando Norris, so then step it up. Mate, it's the first race. What do you mean step it up? Just started the rivalry. What are you waffling on about? I don't know what she's waffling on about. A rivalry with Stroll. Did have an upgrade on the car, which is good. Rivals. Obviously, you have your teammate rivalry, championship rival, the driver rating rivalry. 12 points to win. As long as we beat it, we'll get it. So there's the rivalry with Stroll. Calm down, mate. First to 80 to win. I mean, we should get to above Stroll, if I'd be really honest. I'll let Stroll have his spotlight for now. Because it's not going to last. Because we are close to 78. What is Stroll's rating, actually? Stroll's actually close to 79. It's actually... Well, that's a bit... Why am I not getting Joe? Surely Joe is a fair rivalry than Stroll. Whatever, I guess. We did have the upgrade go on. Which was the chassis upgrade. So, major chassis upgrade on the car. Now, the best in the chassis. I think we're the best in everything except the aero. We're just slightly down in the aero. But, what are the last few upgrades we'll be doing? RP are now the worst team. RP are the worst. Who's to play? Who is has to put a massive upgrade package then, clearly, for this race. Yeah, this will probably be the last upgrade we do. I'll do that, and then we'll start adapting more parts, but things looking interesting. We might have to take a grid penalty to Mexico. Energy store. We're not going to make it on energy stores, so we're going to have to take a 3rd energy store in Mexico, so grid penalties are on our way. Potentially for Vegas, we may have to take another ICE. How many races have we done on that? We did 38. ICE might be okay, actually. It's just the energy store is the problem. And then, obviously, championship. We lead the championship. Yeah, it's our first 3rd since China. It's been a long time since then. But Norris, 1 podium in 5 races. Not good for him. Only 1 in 4 for Verstappen. Hamilton back to winning ways. And the championship things are looking good for us at Mercedes. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, that, and I'll see you for Mexico. In Mexico.